All rise for pledge.
No, they harvest them right there. Oops.
I pledge
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilman Alvarez.
Present.
Councilman Cypress.
Here.
Councilman Larka.
Here.
Councilman O'Connor.
Here.
Supervisor Head.
Here. There's nothing on the work session. Well, first of all, pledge of allegiance, notation of exits in front and rear, and electronic device, please put it on vibrate, which includes the supervisor. I don't know.
Open meeting.
Wouldn't it be funny if mine's the only one that rang? Come on. I hate these phones. Okay, we're good. Okay, make a motion to open the regular portion of the meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
First item on the agenda is the correspondence, waive the reading.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of the voucher list, $945,674.18. So moved.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Waive the reading of the budget transfer. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Setting of public meeting dates and public hearings. All meetings be held at 1360 Route 22, Brewster, New York, at 7 p.m. unless otherwise noted. Thursday, October 6, 2022, and Thursday, October 20, 2022. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Number 5. Okay. Local law number
5.
5 of 2022, Chapter 131, Town Code, Vehicles and Traffic. Now therefore be resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Southeast hereby adopts local law number 5 pursuant to Municipal Home Rule, amending Chapter 131 of the Town Code, Vehicles and Traffic, to regulate certain parking facilities located on town-owned property within the town for use by residents of the Town of Southeast only. And be further resolved that the town clerk be and is hereby authorized and directed to enter said local law in the minutes of this meeting and give due notice of the adoption of said local law by filing such with the Secretary of State of New York within the required time by law. I'll move it.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. I'm going to make a motion now to set a public hearing to amend Chapter 131 of the Town Code, Vehicles and Traffic. John O'Connor had gone to a Traffic Safety Board meeting today, John?
Yes, sir.
And came back and he recommended, since we're going to have the Pugsley Road work being done, that we kind of nip it in the bud that in future parking, as vehicles are trying to go into the Campus at Fields Corner, what's it called now?
Lincoln
Logistics.
Lincoln Logistics, they're not allowed to park overnight. There's really no place on 312. We'd like to see some maybe guardrails put there, but we've asked and nothing's happened. But you did get some no parking signs, John?
Yeah, the Department of Transportation, like immediately after my discussion with them at the Traffic Safety Board, immediately following that weekend, they installed signs. I believe it was Monday or Tuesday of this week. So, so the signs are up in place, and we're going to continue enforcement in working with the patrol commander for the sheriff's office to enforce that area. Plus, there'll be a notification to the state police reminding them that it's a no parking area.
And if and when that local law is passed and approved by the town board, it will prohibit parking the entire length of Pugsley Road within the town of Southeast. And thanks for bringing that forward, John.
Absolutely.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Next is the supervisor's report. As you know, it is budget time. I've spoken to some of you, maybe all of you, about different things, of course, throughout the year. I'm prepared tonight to present you your budget. Actually, I gave it to the town clerk first and then to you. And you know what? You know what? I'm supposed to give, I'm jumped ahead. Number 7 is the president. I have to give you the town, do that first.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go back to number 7. Supervisor presents the 2023 town budget to town clerk, and then she in turn will give it to the town board. Ooh, you kind of killed your own backwards.
Thank you.
I got mine.
Thank you.
Wait, maybe I don't. Go ahead. Keep going.
Thank you.
I got so many of them, I lost track.
Thank you.
I have two, so. Is that yours?
Yeah, how do we get one extra? Will get his?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so, we've had a good year in the sense that we've met all of our goals. And of course, preparing for next year, I can tell you right now that the certain revenues, there's been an increase, and certain have not. Now, I told you a while back, we got a little over $1 million in mortgage tax, and usually we don't collect but $500,000 a year. And I just read today the mortgage rate's up to 5 and change now. So I don't think you're gonna see houses selling like hotcakes like they did the past year.
It's actually at 6.5.
Is it 6.5
Yeah.
now? So, we had a very good year, so when I prepared this budget, I did take into consideration a little bit of what we did this year, but I've always been very conservative with revenues. I've increased some, and it's a tricky thing, but we've been, actually the past 10 and a half years I've been here, we've stayed within the budget, and things work, I think, pretty well. So, this budget I just prepared that you have here this evening stays within 2% tax cap. There's a 3% increase in payroll due to raises and staff changes within the town. Revenue changes, court fines increased by $150,000. Expenditure changes, electricity increased by 10%, gasoline increased by 10%, and highway repairs and improvements increased by $127,000. Now, most severely affected part of our budget was with the highways, with the costs of payment, fuel oil, and next year, we're basing it pretty much on the level it's at now. So it's kind of a flip of a coin. I hope we prepared ourselves for it in the budget. So that's basically that in a nutshell. I do want to thank all the department heads who we've been meeting with now for the past month. I have to admit, it's my first time I had department heads way back when. It was challenging, okay? And they're so used to me, they kind of know what I want, and they know not to ask for a lot of extra things, and what they need, they get. And it's worked out very well. So I want to thank them all. Thank you, gentlemen, for helping. Michelle, you don't help with the budget, but you give me all the documentation I need to go get. And especially I want to thank Ron Hunt and his department, because without Ron and his secretary there, which is Chris Floor, I couldn't prepare this budget, so thank you all for that. So, I'm now going to move on to consent number 8, which is the supervisor report, which I pretty much just did. Things are going well at the moment. We've meeting all the criterias of everything, and we have a good budget to work with, and we've had a good budget all year long, and I think we're going to make it through the year with a good budget. And hope what I prepared for next year is as good, and I'll be a happy camper. Any comment?
I look forward to reviewing it, and I always appreciate your fiscal conservatism in preparing these budgets.
Yeah, ditto, and I know I haven't gone through this yet, but if I understand this correctly, last year we reduced the tax levy by 1.2%. So if this budget gets passed, it's an increase of 2%, which means over a 2-year period, it's only an increase of 0.8,
Yes,
if my math is right, so, okay, thank you.
okay. I was gonna make, okay. Anyone else? Okay, seeing none, recognition of the public. Seeing none, recognition of the town board.
Starting tonight through Sunday, the Traveling Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall will be at Putnam County Veterans Memorial Park, off of Gypsy Trail Road in Kent. It'd be great if you could make it over there. And also on Sunday is the Brewster Fall Festival on Main Street in the Village from 11 to 4. And that's it.
Okay. Seeing no other comment, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to close the meeting?
Is there a second?
Second.
Who said second?
I did,
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all for coming.